Okay, no problem with that, of course. All right. Anyway,
Yes,
so
thank you.
let me just introduce you a little bit about myself. All right. First and foremost, my name is Julia Collins. I'm from Ohio. Ohio is in the Midwestern part of the United States of America. And I have over 16 years of online English teaching experience. I'm a mother of three children and I love traveling. How about you, Kate? Can you please tell me just a little bit about yourself?
Um, well, I'm a teacher, biology teacher. I work in at school, at university. I have private students, so uh, I'm teaching for I think 7 years or more. And languages is my hobby. Just for myself, I like languages. I have been studying English for I think a lot of years, and I have been studying Spanish for 2 or 3 years. Uh, yes. And I'd like to pass TOEFL test. Maybe the next year for myself, and maybe that I would be able to teach biology in English because I have some students that would like to learn biology in English. For example, if they have children not in Russia. So it's a good idea, I think. I can't hear you. Can't
So
hear you.
you
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. So you are planning to teach English, you mean?
Not English. I'm planning to teach biology, but in English.
Biology,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But is it an English biology or your own language? Russian.
Don't understand you. Sorry.
I mean, it's a biology, right? But is it an English biology or a kind of a biology where you have to use your own language? Because in some other country, like for example in Singapore, all right, some of my students are from Singapore, they are actually taking their kind of subjects such as math and science, but they're using the English language.
Yeah, the same. I will teach biology, but I would be using English language instead of Russian.
Cool. So you really need practice.
Yeah. Actually, I will have practice today because I have students in the university. We have one group there. They're studying in English, even though it's Russian university, because they will pass all exam in Milan, in Italy, in English.
Mhm.
So today I will have 4 hours of English lessons with them.
4 hours of English lesson with how old are you going to cater with these students?
Um, Well, the students are about 4 schools of university, and they're learning it's medical university,
Mhm.
so they're learning medics for 4 years in English.
That's cool. So the purpose of learning English online right now or in your future lessons is actually for work.
Yeah,
All
actually,
right, that's
yes.
perfect. So you made the right choice for choosing Glasha, of course, and rest assured that all of us here will do our best, all right, to provide you the best English learning. Anyway, so this time let's go to our material. I'll be sending you right now two class materials here on Skype. All right, this is to assess your speaking as
Hmm.
well as your knowledge in vocabulary and expression. All right, so of course,
All
including
right.
grammar. Mhm.
Uh, yeah, how about the
Is it okay
first?
now?
Uh, ah, no, the text, yeah? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So
Should
lifestyle.
I read
So
it?
yes. But before that, of course, let me just introduce you our topic for today. All right. So today's topic, of course, we are going to discuss and talk about lifestyles. But before anything else, can you please tell me how do you understand the word lifestyles?
Well, I think lifestyle is how I live, what I'm doing. I think, for example, if I do sports or no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me tell you.
Maybe something about family.
Okay, it's actually in general. All right, lifestyles. It means the way. All right, I'm gonna type it here in Skype. The way we live our life. Okay, so this is from the word life and style. This is actually the style of the life that you want or you chose, okay, for yourself. So this time we are going to learn some lifestyles or some most common lifestyles. And of course, you later on, you're going to tell me if which lifestyle do you belong. All right. So let's read first an article. So as you can see, the article is actually divided into 4 paragraphs. All right. So let's take turns. You are going to read the first and the second paragraph. And of course, I'll be the one to read on the third and the last paragraph. All right. After reading, we're going to have a short discussion
Okay.
about the topic. So while you're reading, of course, I'll assess you and I'll check your pronunciation, all right, your diction, as well as your intonation in reading different words of English here in this article. All right. So are you ready now for your lesson?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's start now. Please read the first 2 paragraphs. You can start now. Go ahead.
People have different attitudes toward living. Some seek self-oriented happiness without any consideration for others. For them, happiness means wielding political or economic power over others. But most of these people turn out to be disappointed in their pursuit of happiness. Since man's desire is endless, nothing can fully satisfy their needs. Other people believe that the first step to attaining happiness is to restrict personal desire. Priests, monks, and nuns are the most common representatives of this group. By refraining from worldly passion, they think they are happy because they live their lives in accordance with religious commands. But can anyone without personal
Excuse me.
autonomy?
Excuse me. All right,
Yeah.
you're reading so fast, actually. You're reading so fast, and I cannot sometimes follow because I'm trying to listen to every words. All right, I'm sorry if I interrupted you because I really wanted to hear the words clearly as you are reading, but it's okay. But it's very fast, you're reading so fast. Anyway, you're a good reader. So please, oh, I'm sorry, I closed the book. All right, so please continue.
But can anyone without personal autonomy be genuinely happy?
All right, hold on, because I closed the article. Oh my gosh, I accidentally closed the article. Anyway, so while actually you were reading, it's a bit, fast. I couldn't follow, all right, your reading, but I really hope that you could easily understand what you have read, all right, because it's also very important that you have to read the words a little slower, but you have to make sure that you could actually understand what you're reading, all right? Because later on, we are going to discuss some vocabulary words. And of course, this is the purpose of your lesson to learn new vocabulary words and expressions, enable for you to express yourself using, this vocabulary words. Let me continue. All right, a third group consists of very ordinary people. They have no great wealth or political authority. While they may have religious beliefs, they do not turn their back on the world, but they treasure their families. They value the little things of everyday life. They are happy if they have 3 meals a day, a car, a home, a vacation, enough money to educate their children. Which group of people is the happiest? Who knows? If you think you're happy, then you are. Happiness is the result of how you think about a world and your place in it. All right. So thank you very much for reading. And can you please tell me, Kate? All right. Are there any vocabulary words you are or you had difficulties understanding?
Yeah, I have.
Can you
A
please let
bit.
me know it?
Um, yeah, the second abstract.
Excuse me?
So about second abstract,
Okay.
monks and nuns. I just don't know what is it.
Monks, nuns, and maybe
Nuns.
also the priest. Right?
Priest, I know.
It's okay. All right. So monks and nuns. Monks, all right. Monks are actually people that you can say in in a Buddhist church. And this kind of
Mm-hmm,
people are bald. It means they don't have hair and they're actually wearing orange dress, but they are
mm-hmm,
male. All right, so they're called monks, and they normally or they usually stay in a Buddhist church or in a Buddhist community. All right, nun is a female who is actually wearing a headdress, and this female or a woman is what we call a Catholic church worker. All right,
mm-hmm.
let me send you a picture. I think I have a picture of that. Okay, let me send you a picture. This one is a nun.
Uh, yeah, I see.
Right? And I think I have a picture of a monk. This is a monk.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I see, thank you.
So I think you're familiar with these people, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
and that they are part of religious groups. Okay, so aside from monks and nuns, are there any other words you're having difficulties to understand?
I think more or less understand.
Okay, perfect. All right. So before we proceed with our activity, can you please tell me what is the main idea of this reading?
The main idea is for that for different people, the word happiness means a bit um, different things. For some people, happiness is religion. For some of them, happiness is just the things that they have. We had an examples like car, home, and so on. And for others, happiness is um, their desires.
Okay, perfect. All right. So always put in your mind, Kate, that whenever you are trying to answer a question, you have to minimize, all right, and wrap up. It means that you really have to put all together and find the most common keywords, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Only the keywords enable for you to minimize the number of words that you're going to be using. And of course, expressions are really very important, all right? So, for example, I'm going to give you an example of the main idea of this topic. So, the main idea is the happiness, all right, may vary or it depends, may vary depending on the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Because
Yeah.
whatever your lifestyle is, that's actually where or what your happiness are. Okay. So that's how very simply you can do that. All right. You don't need to explain one by one. So this is just a tip. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really very important that the um the more you speak, actually, the more you will make mistakes. But if you're going to use only very minimal words, the better, especially in speaking. Anyway, so let's now proceed to our vocabulary. At the bottom part of this article or the reading, you can see vocabulary words there in
Mm-hmm.
red color. Can you see that? And that's total of
Yeah.
words. So you can see here words and expressions. So what we're going to do is that I want you to use the following words in very simple sentences. All right. So if you cannot understand the word, please let me know it so that I can give you the most basic definition of the word. Okay.
Okay, so I need to make 6 sentences for every of these words.
Exactly, for each of the word. But of course, we are going to the one by one. All right. So the first word is wielding. All right. So as you can see, there is already a meaning in there. Wielding, it means, or wield, I'm sorry, wield. It means exercise, influence effectively. Is this very familiar to you? Do you know this word?
No, not familiar with,
Okay.
but I can try. For example, that while I'm teaching my students, I'm trying to wield the time.
I'm trying to wield the time. You're totally right because wield it means to hold or to control, right? Wield in this topic they actually didn't use that way, but wield in this topic they used the word to control people. All right.
Mhm.
And that is why in this topic, all right, people who wield are those people with higher position in the society, such as leaders, like politicians, all right, CEO of the company, all right. So this type of people are people who normally wields, all right. So they
Mhm.
normally Okay, so that's very nice sentence. So let's go now to our second word, representatives. It means typical examples of something. Can you please make a sentence using the word representatives?
Primates are the root representatives of all animals.
Perfect. I like your sentence. All right. Let's proceed to our third. This is an expression, okay? In accordance with. In accordance with, it means in conformity with. All right. So, can you please make a sentence using this expression?
Uh, hmm. In accordance with the previous research,
Excuse me.
the
In accordance
Chinese
with the previous
research, the
research.
previous study, yeah,
Okay,
research.
research.
Research, in
Perfect.
accordance with previous research, the Chinese virus isn't very dangerous.
Really? I think it is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It's just a sentence, right? But you know what?
Yeah, just a
It's
sentence.
scary, right? This is scary. My mom is actually in China. She's actually in China. She's an English teacher in China, and
Oh.
yes, and she couldn't even go out of her house, of her apartment. She's just been
Mhm.
staying there for many weeks now, and I feel so pity for her. And yeah, she's in Beijing. She's actually teaching in a university. Anyway,
No,
so
I hope
yeah.
everything will be okay with her.
Yes, actually, China's people were really, very kind to her because since she couldn't go out of the house, China's people are actually sending food, delivering food to her for free,
Oh.
groceries, yes, because she
Mhm.
couldn't go out. She couldn't go to the groceries, and some groceries in Beijing were closed. So how can she, go there and get some food, right?
Mhm.
So this Chinese people, they're actually cooking food and they're giving away, especially those, foreigners, because they believe that foreigners were afraid to go out. So they're sending food and toiletries such as soap, shampoo that they can, use to clean their body. So yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, so let's proceed now to our fourth word, autonomy. It means self-government or independence.
Uh, let's proceed with China. Okay. As I know, Hong Kong Is autonomy from China?
Excuse me, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Autonomy from China?
You mean they are independent?
Yeah, they're independent from the main China, from Peking and so on.
Okay. All right. Or maybe you can say like this: Hong Kong is an autonomous. All right. It's actually a region because they said it's still part of China, right? So it's an autonomous. Maybe we can say country. All right. China. Maybe country or region. All right. So I think it's very similar as in Russia before. I forgot.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. I forgot what my student told me about the Russia. All right. Anyway, let's proceed now to the next one.
Turn one's back on.
Yes, this expression. Can you please read it?
Turn one's back on, abandon, ignore, or reject.
Yes, that is the meaning of that. Can you please make a sentence using that expression? Turn one's back on. You can omit and change the word one's into pronoun, okay?
Our president usually turns his back on our people.
Oh, is it true?
Yes, it's a pity, but yes.
Okay, all right. Anyway, let's now proceed to the last. Who knows? This is an expression again. It means it is not possible to know at the moment.
Okay. Maybe in 50 years we will be able to cure cancer, but who knows?
Yes, I really hope. But I think there are already some medicine, right, that could actually cure cancer. Anyway, thank you very much for your sentences. And let's now proceed to the second page of our discussion. So this time you are going to answer questions. So here there are two groups of question or two kinds of questions. The first one is comprehension. It means that you have to base your answers from the reading that we both read. All right. The second one is what I call express yourself questions. These questions, you have to base this from your own thoughts, experience, and from your own opinions. All right. Let's go with the comprehension questions. Number one, according to the essay or reading, how many groups of lifestyles are there?
There are 3 groups of lifestyles.
Perfect. I like it. Number two, what does the expression to turn one's back on the world mean?
It means that these people just ignore what happens on the world, and it doesn't matter for them.
It doesn't matter for them, whatever is happening around them, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I can also access that to turn one's back on the world, it means that they have their own world. They're just living their own world. They don't care. Just similar as what you said, they don't care about what's happening around them. Number three, what is the definition of happiness according to the reading?
Happiness is the result of how you think about the world and your life.
Exactly, and your place in it is exactly what it says in the book. All right, but how about you, from your own definition, what is happiness for you?
I think happiness is the way you're thinking. You're feeling yourself good or not, if you feel yourself comfortable in the world.
In other words, happiness is a choice, right?
I think yes. Yes.
Right? Because you chose to be rude, you chose to be sad, then you chose to be happy, then it's a choice. All right, that's a very nice answer. Let's go now to our express yourself questions. All right, so like what I said, you are going to answer these questions based from your own thought experience and from your own opinions, because these questions are for you. All right, so let's go now to our question number one. What types of social activities do you engage in?
Well, as for me, I really don't like social activities, but I usually engage in some festivities. For example, New Year's party in different countries.
Okay, and that's good. So basically, when we say social activities, these are the activities that you do with a group of people, right? And when was the last time you spent time in a social activity?
The last time, I don't know if it is social activity, but maybe yesterday because I'm doing some dances and I have dance classes. So it's a group of people, but it's some students. So I really didn't, I'm not sure if it is social activity or not.
Yes, of course, because when we say social activity or social activities, these are social gatherings such as sports, music,
Mhm.
all right, or whatever it is, okay? So something that you do with a group of people.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go now to our next question. What would you think about becoming a priest, monk, or nun? Have you ever thought about it?
Oh no, and not my style, not for me. First of all, because I'm why I'm allowed any people with some group of people, yeah. And I'm extrovert, and for me, just talking with other people is very important part of my life.
That's good. So I think there's no problem with with getting different people, right? Because you're an extrovert person. So same here. I'm also a very extrovert person. Not just an ordinary, but a very extrovert person because I love gathering. I love to go with different people. So let's go now to our third question. What religion do you have?
None. An atheist.
Atheist. Okay. Let's go now to number four. How do you spend your free time? Do you prefer spending it alone or with friends?
Um, well, it's different question for me. I prefer to spend it with